So what we have previously learned about that how we what is the, how we create reports and dashboards and how we apply permission over there, how we create how we create different kinds of reports, these kind of things, how we create charts and just play with the charts and do a means it's just a data representation. So you can do whatever how you want to do that. Just a data representation requirement. Every time we got a requirement, it will change. So representation of a data. So today we going to learn about the some things that automatic creation of the records on the email and case, because these are the both are the important object in Salesforce. Lead is important for our sales process, and case is important for our service process. I mean, sales cloud and service cloud. You know that there are two clouds in the Salesforce. Sales cloud that manage the that is managed by the sales team, and service cloud is that managed by the service team. Means sales team is responsible for generating the leads, starting the sales process, and all those kind of things that is required to sell a product, for the selling a product to a customer. And service team is responsible for if any issue comes up with the comes after purchasing the product, or any queries that customer have, that will generate into the Salesforce. And as fast we can solve that issue that comes in the service process, service cloud or service team. So we are talking about those two objects and how we use the Salesforce to create those, how we use to Salesforce to create that thing. It's not about first we learn about web to lead, then we learn about email to case, then web to case. Thereafter, we learn about the assignment. Web to lead. Web to lead is the thing that web to lead is an thing that whenever we want to create a lead inside the Salesforce, whenever we want to create a lead inside the Salesforce through an external system. Right now, means we are creating the lead where any user, means suppose just like an inquiry form, a user wants to do an inquiry to our product. So what he will do, he will just fill up a form and submit to the submit to us. So what it'll do, it will create a means in such kind of system. Means at that time I want to, whenever the user fill our submit form, at that time I want that information to be captured as a lead. At that time we will take the help of a uh, at that time we will take a help of a web to lead feature of the Salesforce. So how it work, it just you have to just first go to the setup and type web to lead. Here you can find that web to lead. You just have to create a web to lead form. In this form, you can see that we have some fields are selected and some fields are available. These all fields are available, means these are the fields which is available in the lead. Means if I look at the object manager and go to here, The fields which are available here in on the lead section, the same fields are also available here uh, in the here, so that we can create a form for we can create a form, and when user fill those details will automatically create a lead in the Salesforce with the respective field values that we have entered here. So we just need to what we need to do that we need to just come here, add the fields, and this is the important thing is that means usually we see that whenever we are filling the inquiry forms are presented anywhere. It would be a small link to the small link that we get it through a message, or through a WhatsApp, or through any site page, or at any place, just like we have worked on adventure. I had worked on this site, adventure free, not for sale. I don't know why it's not okay. Might be details. Yeah, this on the side, but it's not opening. You can look. I'm not sure why it's not opening.
Suraj, you just first tried, that was on the list from top, from fifth one, when you first entered it.
You see that top 51.
You, at your first research key. Yeah, go down here, go down. Not disappeared. That was there. I mean, I saw it.
This one was the site which I had built. This was totally built by me in the Salesforce. So totally on the Salesforce. So they have a. You can see this. I'm not sure why. Might be they have moved because it's 2 or 3 years ago. I had no, not more. 4 years ago. I work on that site. So on the Salesforce, they are doing the booking. So on the booking, they have. You can see this is screen. This one has an inquiry form. Means they put an inquiry form on their site, and whenever user go there and fill that inquiry form, it will create a lead in the Salesforce. No, not sure why it's not. So I can tell you that how it's working. Means usually means these are the good company. They are providing tours and travels in the Australia, and sell free, wear free, rear free. That's they have so many adventure free. These are all their sites that are totally managed in the Salesforce. But it's not showing up here. Might be they have put restrictions so that it will be available only in the. That was not there. Okay, so what point to make that? This was the something like that. The site was it's the similar to this. We have an inquiry form over up here. In this here you can see that there is a call means whatever that we have an inquiry form here. You just put a web, they use the web, sorry, email to lead a sorry, web to lead a functionality of a Salesforce, and just use that web to lead over up here, and and create a leads in the Salesforce. So how they are creating the leads, we just have to just put out the form, what are the fields we are needing, and thereafter we have to put the return URL. Return URL is a very important factor. It tells that whenever you user fill up the form and hit submit, so where it has to go, because the form is present anywhere in the world. Means that form is either be, just like I said, that that form can be sent as a SMS, so that you can just put the form in on somewhere, and must host that form at somewhere at any place, and you can send a link of that form to SMS or to email or to any via any means of communication. You can send the link, and user can fill up the form. Once the user fill up the form, the leads will created in the Salesforce. So what, for example, let's put mm, for return, means whenever the user fill up the form, it will return back to the google.com. And this is for including the captcha. For that we need to first create a pair of captcha, and I don't think for currently I have any captcha. uh, we need to take it from Google. Yeah, I need to pair. mm, yeah, we can exclude it, it's no issue. We can exclude so that the captcha will not appear. For that we need to first captcha recaptcha form, but it's not available here, I'm not sure. You need to fill up. There's a little in the down. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's not allowing. Might be in the classic it will. Mhm. Actually, we need to take it from Google, I think. Yeah, we need to make some integration with the Google. Thereafter the captcha will appear up here. Mhm. Not showing. Okay. Okay, just we can exclude it from now. I will take a look at it. And so when there is somewhere we need to enable that captcha thing. Might be web to leads. Web to setting. I need to take a look at it. Yeah, to reduce the spam recaptcha, and you also get reject leads without recaptcha verification. So when you When you select the option, you require the captcha verification web to lead settings page, but it's not showing web to lead setting page. Might be in the classic. Let's come up here. Might be here. Yeah. Okay, then let's make it option. And I'm generating the form. I will take a look at it and let you know that how to enable. It's a something need to integrate with the Google, then it will work. So whenever you create the form and hit the whenever you create that add the fields and hit the save, it will generate this kind of form, this kind of code. You just have to copy this code and place it at anywhere in the screen. Suppose I just place it on my local machine. I just come up here and create a new and then paste it up here and save it. Lead form.html.
So Raj, could you share your second screen also, please?
Yeah, yeah, this can all agree with.
Now you can see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I done that I just come up here, I create a new and paste that code that generated from there and hit the save, and I just make a lead inquiry form and the extension will be .html. So it will create an HTML file and let's see where it's saving. I can go find in it's saved. Let me find in my lead inquiry form. You can see it just created a lead inquiry form. I'm just open that, click double click over here. Why it's not access was denied? That's strange. Or removed or preventing. Okay, might be from download series not able to access. I put that file in a desktop. Yeah, you can see I had put that file on a desktop and double click on it and open that. You can see that all the fields that I added from there, it available up here. Let's fill up the form. That form it's showing. So lead from local machine. Okay, when I hit the form, as I told you that it will redirect me to google.com because I set up that that thing. So submitted, it redirect me to google.com, and when I comes up here and on the leads, I will check, it will create a lead for me. Who's created date? I shorted on the basis of created date. So you can see a lead is created in the Salesforce. Its lead is created in the Salesforce with all the details that I added on that form, and that's in the same way. Means you can put whatever the code generated from this form, you can give to any user. Means any of your team member, he will able to just give that code. He will do whatever he wants to do with that the code, and whenever they fill up the form and hit submit, means hit submit, and that as soon as he hits submit, it will create a lead in the Salesforce. Yeah, so it's a quite a important topic. Means means when for the sales team. so that whenever user make an inquiry, so for making an inquiry, we need to design an inquiry form, and that inquiry form present at anywhere on the globe. Means that we can present that we can let that inquiry form on the our site. We let them that inquiry form while our advertisement, means our ad can be present on any other site, can be present on at any other screen, can be present as a Google ad too. Means at any place the our ad will present, and in that ad, if we add this inquiry form, so whenever the user comes from at any place, if they fill that form and hit the submit, their lead information will automatically get created into the Salesforce. So for due to this reason, we whenever we have this kind of requirement, whenever we have this kind of requirement, uh, we just what we have to do, just take a help of a web to lead, sorry, email web to lead, yeah, web to lead, and create the lead form here. Okay, so that's the only thing used in the once in the Salesforce for regarding to web to lead. That's a small documents. We just have to, it will generate a form. User fill up the form from any other place, any around the globe. It doesn't need any uh, he does not need any username and password to add to fill up here, and he will able to fill up that form without any issue. Okay, so
Sure.
that's the thing. Hmm.
I'm curious why it's called lead. Why not user or something else?
What you want to say that?
What is the name? Why? How is it related to leads? It's any user, right? Any user in making a query
Hmm.
for the website based on the requirements, whatever he wants to do or whatever he's asked to do. Is it gonna?
Uh,
Is it not working like that query, the fill up form goes and does anything he requested, whatever is provided, like the link at the bottom.
whatever provided the link at the bottom. Not getting your question exactly.
So so you are filling up the form when you submit. That is
Hmm.
navigating you to the google.com, right?
Yeah.
In other case, I'm gonna be navigating to another website or something
Yeah.
else.
Hmm. We
So
just have to fill up here.
yeah. So first, why is that called lead? What does it do with lead?
So, yeah, that's a question. Good question. It's called as a lead because is used for the taking the inquiry for offices of a means it's a first inquiry that we present, that you what's the user want. He will just put out all the things that he wants, or what's the name of a user. Means it's just a small thing that we wants to capture as a form of lead, so that our sales manager or sales team will take a look at the lead. If he had entered his phone number, then we will call them person, hey, what's your issue, what are the things that, something like that, what you want to purchase. So it's a thing that we need to capture the for our sales team. It's a data capturing for our sales team. If they don't like lead, they just discard that lead, something like that. So it's a data capturing thing, nothing more, nothing less.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's a capturing thing. Means we have to capture the lead from anywhere of the places, because and if we have to do a service comes up in a different service, that will comes in a web to case. Means that will create a case in the Salesforce. Means when we have a particular kind of issue, then we have a web to case. But here we have a web to lead that will generate the lead, and that is only designed to generating for the lead, not any other objects. That's also thing, that web to lead is only designed to generate the leads in the Salesforce, and that leads will called as a un, unprocessed prospect or unqualified prospect. Yeah, and they are unqualified prospect because they are not they are just data that can be moved forward, or can be deleted, or can be discarded. So they are just a temporary, or we can say that unqualified prospects, which are used by the sales team for the further process.
Very clear. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Then we have also a similar thing, web to case. Okay. Web to case generator. It's a setting for the web to case. Let's use the web to case. It's quite similar, nothing else. It's a similar, means here we have a setting. We're setting that let me check. We have a origin field on the Salesforce. On the case there is a field called origin. If you look at the cases, if you look at the cases, means just come up here, open any case. We have a field called origin. Is an important field here, means it let us know that from which place that case is generating, either from phone or from an email or from a web. So that's the important thing. So what yeah, so this is so this field is referring to here when we have a web to case. So it will asking for the what will be the default default origin, and then auto response email setting. We will talk about it later. Means whenever a case is generated, it automatically responds to the cells. A mail will be sent to that person, automatically responded to that person. So that's that we will talk about it. First, we generate the case on via this form. Means we just generating the case via with the default origin web. And here web to case generator, I just hit on that, and it's a similar that we have seen on the email to in the web to lead. This is similar form. We just have to put all those things here. We have to put that case reason, and if you want to put the company subject, let's make it okay. Subject, let me make it here. Description, or just remove the description, that only the fields. And again, I just make it to and hit the generate. I'm removing the captcha. I need to see a look how the captcha is working. So it will also create a similar thing, no issue. Let's create the similar. I have a copy the thing and finished. I'm going to my local. Yeah, I come up here. I hit the save. And I'm saving it to desktop. Oh, where's the desktop? Okay, it's saved on a desktop. I'm now going to the desktop here. I just open it. Yeah, now you can see the similar form as you have seen in the lead inquiry form. It's also similar to the case inquiry form. Case name. I enter the phone. Automatically. That subject. Yeah, and submit the case. I submitted the case. As you can see that it's also redirecting me to the same. So I come up here. Sorry, I need to go to the cases now. So I come up here and I go to the all cases. Let me go to the all open cases. Yeah, you can see that it's the case is created as soon as I fill up the form. It has the origin web to case, breakdown, email, and company name. All those information are captured in this case form, case detail page. So there are two types of web to lead and web to case. Web to lead is used to create lead, and web to case is used to create cases. Lead is our unqualified data, means we just have to user just put the form, the same thing. Property of the both form is the same, means we can to use this piece of code, means what we are generating in our what I am saying, I can use this piece of code and put it at anywhere. It will create a form, it will create a record in my Salesforce. The important thing is that this first two line, sorry, yeah, first three line, because it's a standard Salesforce URL, servlet URL, that in which it is making a request, and this is our org ID. Okay, this is our org ID, and this is the redirect URL, that via these values he will making a request, and whenever the request got success, these all field values get populated on the case. And important thing is that here is the name of that field, means for field, means for inquiry, for subject, for reason. These are the important. So actually, when once you know the Apex, then you will understand that how it's working. Means while working on the Apex, you will understand that how it's working. But currently, you can see that this form, it's a part of admin, so admin had to just copy the form and paste it anywhere, and or give it to somewhere, some other team, so he will customize that form, means he will put a nice UI over this form and then present to the server, sorry, and then present to the customer just fill up the form, and as a result that those information get captured as a form of lead or in the form of case to in the Salesforce system. Then we have another topic comes email to case. It's also kind of it also belongs to a service cloud. Emails to case is a thing that whenever we receive an email, that email will capture as a case. So that usually comes up the thing that we have a service team that is working on the different cases, means that is working on the different cases. So whenever means whenever they got an email, because whenever we have a service team, they have a predefined email addresses, means from the company they will got their email addresses on which they have to work on. So and suppose they want that person wants to set up something like that, so he does not want to just copy, means whenever someone emails to that person, and at that time he does not want that that thing will he need to copy and paste into the Salesforce and then generate a cases over here. What he wants that process to be automatic, means whenever he receive any email in their normal email, or either in the Google or any email provider, and as soon as he receives an email, the case will created in the Salesforce. So for this functionality, we have a setting called email to case. Email to case is help us to design a system that whenever an email will receive, we will generate a case into the system. Let's take a look how it's working. We just hit on here, edit, and just enable the email to case. And then I'm leaving all the other system as it is. And then we need to go to here, and here we need to create a new routing addresses. So routing name I'm just putting here, and for email I'm putting my email address. Here you can put that once, let me save it there after it will work. Means here it is asking for what will be the default case owner. Means suppose when the system will when the email to case generate a case, at that time what will be the owner of that case. means it's a, you can see that is a owner field. This owner field we're talking about here. So that aside owner, I'm assigning to our technical lead user. Case priority and case origin, as you see, I'm just making to email, and case priority is medium and case origin is the email, because those two field are also belongs to the case origin, and case priority will also be, yeah, here is the case priority. Those two fields are, and I hit the save. Once I hit, it send a verification email to my system. Okay. I receive an email. Okay, I receive an in the email. There is a link. I click on that link. Routing is verified. Then I hit the save. Yeah, it's verified. Now it's available for use. Now coming back to email to case setup. Oh, it's not generating email service address. It should generate the email service address, but why it's not? I forgot the steps, I think. Let me check. I think it's not. Let's compose an email. Yeah, that is configured, but Mm, I don't know what is happening. Actually, whenever it's a service complete, it generate an email service address. That is not generating. And I need to check that. What's the issue? Why it's not generating email service address?
This is just like in real life a bug, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real life bug.
Yeah, this type of issue is considered as bug to be fixed, right?
To fix it. Yeah, like I look at else I will let you know afterwards. I will take a look. I will jump to next topic and pause for a while on this topic because I was talking about enable that is email request setting and configure the routing address. That is also test your routing address by manually sending email them to and verify that emails are routed to routing addresses. Add email address to the configured company. Customer can use this email address to support them. Email quick action page layout. I don't know. Let's do verification. Your routing email address is verified. That's only I think I'm seeing. Email okay. Might be taking some time. Might be no. Email address is also verified, but it should have generate the routing information. I don't know. I will take a look. Because I'm not sure that I need to what I missed and what is after enable interface. You can, however, disable the on demand. Let me check.
Or
Enable on.
just try to create with any other example. Might be there's some issue which we not.
Huh?
Like just try to create with any other example. Might be some issue. Yeah, now
Yeah,
it's
good.
yeah.
Actually, I just disabled this on bound. Enable that on demand service. That's why it's not coming up. Actually, it's an important thing that it's enable. Once we enable that, it helps to create cases from the email having you downloaded install that email to case behind the network firewall. Actually, it's a thing that, and this one, let's verify that. I will send an email. Sorry, this one. Okay, I've sent it, and as a result, avoid some. Still not send it. What's let's check the signed email. Again, stop it. Yes. Yeah, it's coming. I think yeah, there. You can see. So what happened? Yeah, you can see that what is my email? It's coming up here as updates me, and it creates a lead. Sorry, it creates a case with my who is the sender email and what will be that means what will be the sender email and case origin priority. Everything is specified as I specified in my as I specified in their things, and it comes up in my email section that what will be the email I here, and if I reply from here, I will receive an email too. Suppose I got a reply and yeah, I sent it and I received an email. Must be received. Yeah. See? Let's see. Yeah, I received that as an email in my normal email address. So what it will do that you can see that I can do email to case. The thing is that it's not automatically generated. What I have to do that I need to configure. I need to send. I need to copy this email address. This one. Let me refresh it. This one. I need to copy this address and I need to send it to this address. But you can see that that's thing I have to do. So this feature, since this feature say, means whenever suppose we have a team that we have a system that every company has an email address, say support at the rate any means any company.com, support at the rate whatever.com, yeah, something like that. So that is their fixed support email address on which user can send their query, and what that person have to do means the person have to check that email and fill up that manually on that thing, manually on the Salesforce. So in order to move that in automatic, we need to do that, we need to just come up here, email to case, and create a new email to case, and in that we just use that support at the rate company.com and verify that email address. And once it is verified, we will this will generate this address, this email service address. We will put that email say for testing, we will put that email service address, and whatever the email received at this email service address, it will create a case in the Salesforce. So now what we are going to do, that we just use the routing feature of the email, so that whenever the case is created, it will route that case to this email address, whatever we got. Whenever case is created, it will route it to this email address, and it will generate a case in the Salesforce. So for that we have a setting, and I think means I'm not sure that it will work or not, because you use Google has itself a security policy, because last time when I tried to do that, it will not allow me, because it says that it will take 7 days of verification time. But I will show you the steps that how it's working. Here you can see that forwarding and POP IMAP, and you remember that it's my last time I just tried when I was trying to set up that time. Let me remove this one, and I'm adding a new email forward. I just copy, remember I copied and just pasted here and hit the next, and it's asking me to verification, so I just proceed it. When I hit the proceed, it send email to that case, so that I just go here and check it. You can see that this case is created in the system here, and it has a verification code. I'm just copying that verification code and paste it here and verify it. So it's got verified, and let me forward, allow the forward and save changes. Now I'm creating an email to sending self test email to case forwarding via forwarding. I'm not sure it will create or no, because they have their own security issues. So hi, and I send it. I send it. It's received to at my place. Let's check it's create a case or no. No, it's not creating. Might be after 7, means they have a privacy policy that it will work, that email forwarding will work after verification process. They have a verification process. Google has the verification. Oh no, it's coming up. You can see that it's coming up here. Means what are, means I, if you mail me, if I mail to buy this, not from this, let me mail from any other, my other email addresses. Suppose I was I'm here my personal email address. When I, that was related to me, that's it. It's not. Suppose from my personal email address, I'm mailing to my this. I look at here. That is the text. It's not creating. Send from will not receive that here. Let's check. I think it's create a case here. Yeah, you can see that. It's creating a case here. Whatever I mail to my this company email address, it's creating a case here. Let me disable that, else I will not receive any. Okay, so this is the way how we create, how we generate the cases via email, via web, or how we generate the lead via web. These are the things that how we are generating the lead and cases via external system. Via our external system, might be from the web, might be from the email. They are generating from the external system to make that to reduce our manual process. Means usually we need to capture the information from the different places, so it will reduce our time, and it will reduce that thing that we don't have to do manual process, and it will automatically create the cases in the system, or automatically create the lead in the system. After that, let's have a break. After that, we will learn about the assignment rules, so that we have to apply over up here. So we will learn about the assignment notes. Okay. So that means, suppose whenever the lead is generating and whenever the case is generating, someone has to be need to work on that lead, or someone has to be need to work on the lead or work on the cases. So that is defined by their ownership, who owns that case, and that is done via assignment rule. So we will talk about that. Any questions?
A lot, but later.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good.
Sure. Okay. Okay, you are asking the questions.
Suraj, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when we're working on the email to case or email web to leads, and you put the URL as a google.com, what's the purpose of this email? Would you please explain again? I missed that part. What's the significance and the role of this, putting this that?
And this one?
Yeah.
Means the redirect URL, means redirect URL whenever the form is submitted, where it should go. That's the return URL. Actually, it's the URL that whenever someone has submit the form, form submission might be we will put our company's email company's page, so that whenever user puts the form, he will redirect to our company's page, so that he can review the other things. Or means that usually it is used to that thing, means we will put our company's email address, and whenever we fill up the inquiry form or case form, it will redirect to that company's page, because this form is present at anywhere. Means usually this form is present in on the site, or on the some used in ads, or some as other places from where user don't have, means from where user just know, just he have a little knowledge about us, and he will just do an inquiry at that time, and whenever he does submit, he will redirect to our original page, where he will review all the other products and all those things. So it's a kind of advertisement. Means once they fill up the form, and then come to our known pages, something like that.
I mean, so let's say a customer, is on the website, they want to purchase something, they want to put an inquiry on the website, information, names, whatever the product they are interested in, it automatically goes into the Salesforce lead, the list as a new lead. But so this is this URL is like a kind of like a medium of distribution thing that has to go into the the website, and then that website leads to the Salesforce lead.
Yeah, it also can be a thank you page. Means whenever someone submit the form, you will redirect to it's a thank you page. That's also the thing.
Right.
Hey,
So it could be anything, right? Typically, the company's dedicated website, URL that kind of does that job. Is that correct? Or
yeah, it's correct. It could be anything.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other question? No. Okay, then we are moving to assignment rules. First, the question arises: what is assignment rules? Uh, Not what is, why assignment rules. Then we talk about the what is. Currently we are talking about we learn about that we can create a lead from anywhere, from any place, either from inside the Salesforce, okay, or outside the Salesforce. Means that's the web to case. By web to case, we can create a lead from outside the Salesforce. Means user does not have need to log into the Salesforce and fill the details. He can fill up the forms from anywhere from the Salesforce. Means we can get the inquiry from anywhere from the Salesforce, and or we so our sales teams log in into that our lead form, log in into lead page, and then fill up the forms and insert the lead into the Salesforce. Okay, so that is the part when the leads comes in. Now leads comes in, then our sales process going to be start. Means sales process in the sense that what we have to do with that lead. Means who will going to work on that leads. When means when we whenever we have these type of question, then we think about the assignment rules. Assignment rules are the rules that will be defined in a system, that whenever the leads comes into the Salesforce system, it will redirect it to that particular user who will have to work on that lead. Yeah, suppose some leads are coming into the system that is belongs to means usually the leads are related to the related to the inquiry. Let's have a look at the fields in the okay. So means suppose some of the leads are coming when via web or phone inquiry or phone referrals. Means these kinds of leads, or some leads are coming from different, means there are different kinds of leads are coming from different places, or based on the industry leads are different. Suppose agriculture types leads or banking type leads. So these type of leads comes in. So single person will not handle these types of leads. Means single person will not have to handle all kinds of leads that comes in the system. Each type of leads are must be handled by a different kind of system, because suppose we have a sales team A who is working on the only banking type of leads when banking types of inquiries comes in, and suppose we have a different types. Suppose we have education types of leads. Means industries, someone who belongs to education industry generated the leads, and we need to talk with that person. So for that we have some other different teams, our other different team who is working on that. So that type of team will work on that. So whenever we have a means either we can do it manually, or we just go up here, and when the lead is created, we just go here and change the owner. It's not allowing me to change the owner. It's not allowing me to change the owner. Okay, so For in that all those cases, the here I can change this owner. Means what we need to do, either we just go up here and change the owner manually, or we just design a automated system so that whenever the leads comes into the system, it will automatically redirected or automatically assigned to that person who is responsible to work on that, or who is our team who is responsible to work on that. Remember, we have when we are thinking about the teams, means when we are thinking about the group of users, or whenever we are thinking about these types of things, we have comes in the mind that either we create a public groups, you remember, we can create the public groups, but in case of this assignment rules, we don't in case of this assignment rules, this public group will now, we for that we have a queue. Yeah, for that, means for the assignment rules we have a queue. Queue is also a group of user in which uh, we add the user, and whenever their assignment takes place, it will put we have n numbers of user, and each user can operate on that. Means sorry, one of the user will operate on that. So that's the use of queue. So let's lead assignment queue. Enter the name and queue email. It's a random, means it's not needed, means whenever user receive the notification when queues are assigned, and then we have to set the on which object we need to work on. Suppose I just created this for the lead, and we can add the multiple objects. And for the queue members, we can add from here, we can add, suppose I added my integration user, or I can also add my public groups that I designed, report sharing public groups I designed, or I can also add the roles, whichever I want, and then hit save. So it will show me, it's just quite similar to that it is quite similar to this one, and it's also a thing, but it's used in a usually used in a queues are usually used in the assignments. Means whenever we have to do owner change, then that queues are comes into the play. Queues have the n numbers of user, means it can be a many number of user, and we have to, means and only, and any of the user, means are any of the user belongs to this queue can operate on that lead. Yeah, so that's the thing that here. And now we are coming up here, and where is that, we are going to assignments. Now coming back to our point, that assignment rules. So for assignment, as you can know, that means whenever the leads comes in the system, whenever we need to automatically assign that system either to a particular user or to a queue, means or a particular user or to a queue, we need to follow this we need to just design an assignment rule that it will automatically assign that queue, sorry, automatically assign that lead to a particular user or particular queue, because it should be because whenever the leads comes in, someone has needs to operate on that lead. So that's why we have a assignment rule. So let's check how it's how we work, how we design the assignment rule so that leads will work. For that, first we need to go to the setup, and then we have to find that assignment. Yeah, lead assignment rules. We already have a standard, so we creating our own custom. And I make it active and hit save. Only, and one more thing, only one assignment rule can be active at a time. That's also important thing. Okay, I comes up here, I open it. Oh, now I have to design a rules here. Okay. Short order. It's a order of that means first which rule we have to take a priority. It's a priority order. And suppose mm, let's check the lead field so that I can. We have a title, we have a company, we have industry, agriculture, no, that actually we don't have lots of users, so that's why it's quite difficult to. When industry equals to education or consulting, then it will assign that you can see there are two options. First I will assign the user, then it will assign to this user or the technical lead user, and hit save. Since we haven't talked about the email template, we will not using that email template feature right now. Okay, we are not talking about the email template because it send an email, so that's the thing that we will not talk about right now. We will first we focus on that assignment rule. Once we talk about the email templates, we will come up here and also assign the email template to this thing. Means okay, so whenever the lead industry is equals to consulting or education, it will assign the technical lead as the lead owner, technical lead user as its lead owner. Right now, if we are creating any lead in the system, suppose I'm just come up here and yeah, I just hit the save. It will create a lead in the system having owner is my administrator who is creating this lead. And if I create a lead from outside the system, let's create a lead here. What is here is my lead inquiry from. Yeah, if I create the lead from the outside system, as you can see that it's there. Which is the lead I created. Yeah, lead is created from local machine. Yeah, this is also the same owner. Okay, suppose in my local I don't have industry field, so let's create a web to lead so that I have an industry field over here. No, I'm not right. I'm recording. Capture. I'm overwriting this one. Saving the form. And now opening the form. Yeah, now I can see that there is a agriculture. There is an option. Need test one email. Right now I'm checking agriculture cities as well and hit submit. Yeah, it's redirecting to my site, and it's okay. And when I comes up here, all open, it's like paint it. Yeah, test one, it's creating. And if I look at its owner, it's Surasing. And now I'll come back to here and it's back. And now I'm going to create with what's the rule I just put? Education, I think, consulting. Okay, consulting test two and hit submit. Yeah, you can change that. You can see that lead owner got changed. So what it will do that on the basis of that industry, on the basis of industry, the assignment rule fires and it will assign that lead owner to this system. Means whenever on the basis of this assignment rule, whatever be the assignment rule we just applied, it will executes. And where is my lead assignment rules? First, it will check what is the active assignment rule. Means we can create many number of assignment rules, but only one is active at a time. So, and here we just have to create rules. We can create n numbers of, we can get many rules over here, but since I have only I have only one user, so that's why I'm not able to. Let's check another. Here I'm going to assign a queue on the basis of industry. Suppose industry equals to agriculture or apparel. So at that time it will assign a queue. And hit save. Yeah, so it's the same thing. First it will check for educational consulting. If it is found, then it assign a technical lead user, and then it will check for agriculture and apparel. So it will assign the owner to lead assignment queue. For that, let's have a look, and I will hit back and I will check that consulting to agriculture and check it to 3 and hit submit. And once I hit submit, you can see that its owner is changed. So that's the thing that, and it's not only from the external system. If I create the lead from the internal system, it also happens the same. But in order to fire the lead from the internal system, we need to check this box. Use assign using the active assignment rule. Means in order to fire the lead from internal system, in order to fire the assignment rule from the internal system, means while we creating lead from the internally, then we need to check this, and once you hit the save system, oh, I haven't checked that. Sorry, I haven't checked on the industry. Where is my industry? Yeah. Suppose I check education and hit save. It will assign to that technical lead. Okay, so why this way we learn that how the assignment rule are work. It's an also important thing whenever the leads comes into the system, whenever the leads comes into the system, which user has to operate on that lead, it has to be assigned by, it has to decided by lead owners, since they you can see that it is created by a different user and assigned to a different user. So that's why so whenever the lead comes into the system, who is going to operate on that lead, it's decided by whoever is going to operate by lead, it's decided by some rules. And if we need to that rule to be an automatically applied, means suppose we have a This rule is not decided by us. This rule, company will decide that whenever the leads, this type of lead, suppose we have an education type, industry type of lead company, then technical lead owner have to work on, or when we have a different types of industry types of lead comes in, then we have to different type of owner or different type of team or different user had to work on. So whenever we have these kind of work and we need to automate this process, at that time we have to take a help of a Salesforce system called assignment rules. We just have to need to create an active assignment rule, and then we need to just have to define a few rules over there. Once whichever with the rules criteria will match, it will assign the lead owner to them. And one more thing, that once we will talk about that email template, then we'll move to this one, because it is for the sending an email template to that, means whenever the lead is assigned to a person, it will send an email to that person. So that functionality is related to that. Once we learn about the email templates, then we move to this, means it's a kind of thing, we just assign the email template and it will send that thing. So that's the thing. Any question? Then because we have a similar thing in the case assignment rule also. It's also have the similar. We just have to yeah, it's also have the similar thing. I will just come up here, and it has the same UI, nothing more, nothing less. It's the same thing. Yeah, but only the some things are changes. It's a case teams. Case team is at the same time we also assign the case teams. Case teams are the my team members who can work on that case also, something like that. And that's the only thing is changing, nothing else. And it's also have the same thing. Suppose rule number 1, on the basis of case case source, case origin, I will assign, suppose if case origin is web, then we assign to the actually we don't have any queue for this object, so it's okay. Similar thing, when the case origin is web, it will assign to that user, assign to that case owner. Let's check. Similarly, come up here. Let's create a new case. Case origin. Let's make case origin to web. Else it will make this one as a case owner. I'm leaving as it is, and as we are doing on the same thing, we need to activate that assignment rule. This is for the sending email to the contact. We don't have any contact, so let's leave it as. Yeah, it's owner get assigned to technical lead user. The same thing, if I create this lead from any external system, it also create a case in the system and assign the technical lead user as its owner, because because ownership of the record will decide that which user has to work on that. When Salesforce tells that which user has to operate on the record, it's decided by the who owns that record, and who is the owner of that record. Which is, it is not decided by the who created the record. It is decided by the who own that record. So owner is the owners, any owner field of the record will decided that who is working on that record. And by this way, Salesforce designed some rules, so that we can design the rules for the case assignment. In the case assignment, we design the rules, and on the basis of that rules, the owner will assign. We can, since in this Salesforce we have a test user, so we have only 2 users are active at the same time. So first one is which I'm logging, and second one I'm just to which I am assigned. So that's why I can not demonstrate on the basis of too many users. But in the real case scenario, we'll find that there are so many users on the basis of the working is always the same. Means you have to just simple thing. You have to just design a rule, a criteria, and on the basis of rule that will work. And you have to order. You can add as many as criteria over here, and on the basis of that criteria, the owner will decide it and assign to that owner will decide it and assign to that case whichever the case entered into the system. Means whatever the case entered into the system, either from the inside to the Salesforce or from the outside the Salesforce, it that owner will be changed via this way. So that's about the assignment rules. Any questions?
Swash, quick question. Let's say owner of the leads get the leads and then review it, and then they would like to, a person would like to go forward to another member. Can it be done on the record level, or it has to be done from the assignment rule?
It can also be done from the record level. You just have to come up here and go to the details page. You can see there is an option that here you can click and assign that lead to any of the person.
Right. Okay.
You can do with at any time. And if I check the send notification, an email to that sent to that person, if I check it, an emails will be sent, else it will not. And we hit the change owner, the owner is changed. Any more questions?
So also this assignment, I know we have also sort of authority level assignments on the object level and the field level security. Can you tell me a little bit of the difference between assignments from the settings versus setting up a rule from object level, field level? Let's say you gotta, you can adjust the leads as an object, who's supposed to get this, which group is supposed to get it, and also you can also adjust based on the field, the records, who can have authority to review, edit, or forward. Is it like more, how can I say, that's also another level of authority. Can we apply this sort of authority based on the object level and field level security?
No.
No.
Object and field level security will not be take role in the owner assignment. It will not take play in the owner assignment. They have they did not have any role in the owner of assignment. It will only work the user who logged in. The user, since I logged in with any other user, and I can that will work only that assignments that whatever the permission that object and field level security, but it will work for the logged in user, not on the basis. Yeah, on the basis of owner. And it's only work on for the logged in user, and all the functionality will work on from the logged in user. OWD is also work for the logged in user. It will matches the OWD matches that logged in user and the ownership if are matching or not. It's only the matching that things. If it is criteria will match, then it will work, but it's not work with the means it's not going to work. Means it's both are the two different things. Means that is the settings that will help to either view the records or make changes in the records, and the ownership is to assign that person so that he can view the records and make the changes. Yeah, means it's a after, one is before process and one is after process, something like that. One is the setting that system has decided that under these rules all the users have to work, and so another is thing that we are assigning that rules to the person.
I got that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Any more questions? If not that, then I can do a small, since we have some time. So I will-
Suraj,
Hmm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So in the case of both web to lead and web to case, so actually these are the cases for external users, right?
These are the cases for the students. Yeah.
Actually, we can use them in internal, but actually we create them for external users.
No, yeah, we are creating only for the external users. That is only for the external users.
So it's not clear to me yet. So for the external users, how do we let know the external person, let's say the customers? So we create a web usage platform or something, and how do we let the customer or the external user know this? Is there a way, a unique way to do this, or we just need to assign that platform using an email? So how this functionality happen? Could you explain this point? It's not clear to me yet.
How this functionality is actually, I'm quite not clear with the question. But what the means? What are this that web to lead or web to case are designed? It's only designed for the user. It's only designed for that person who is not a who can be a member of that our product or a Salesforce team, or sorry, our product, or can be a member or cannot be a member. Means that user can be anyone. He will be anyone can able to create a lead or a case inside the Salesforce. That's and that form will only work for creating the leads or creating the cases in the system. That will not do any other else. That will even I can do anything. It will not do anything, and apart from these two objects, it will not create any other thing in the Salesforce. So that will only, it's a temporary data capturing, or we can say that it's a temporary data capturing to, on the basis of some fields. We just capturing some information so that our team will again contact to that person or that user or anyone, so that they will proceed further, because that web to lead or web to case does not have so much functionality over there. It does not have so much flexibility. I will put some validation rules or some any kind of thing. We cannot put so many things on there. It's just a form. It's a small form which just which is used only to capture some basic information from the user, who is either that user can be or be our user, means that can be our new user, that can be our existing user, that can be anyone, who just have to fill out that form, and it will create that respective objects information. It will create either a lead or a case, nothing more, nothing less. And that is only about that thing. It's a And if you talk about the process, I had also read about that process, how it's doing, and that thing I just explained, that it will using that our standard Salesforce web to Salesforce, and then he has a this servlet URL, and posting that information to that servlet URL via our organization ID. Means this is our organization ID. In this way he defined, because this you can create this form from any of the Salesforce org. Means you can if you create that form from your Salesforce org, it will also be look like similar to this. It will not change anything. Only this thing will change. Only organization ID. So the Salesforce have designed this form only to just capturing the information, it does not have it does not have to do with any org-wide security or settings, or it does not have to do with any of the settings inside the Salesforce. It just have to capture the information so that our team will work on that information. Either sales team or the service team just work on that information. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just a simple thing. Hope that makes
So,
sense. Or how
okay,
else?
after creating the web tool lead or web tool case, and then the normal communication procedure.
Yeah, the
right?
normal communication procedure will start. Yeah, someone
Okay,
has
okay.
someone will contact on that lead, and he will because on that web to lead or web to case, both form does not have lots of information we can capture on those form. Means suppose I create some means if we create any complex some complex things I want to capture from that, and that is not possible. Means it's only used to capture some basic information. Suppose I just capture the name, phone number, and email, so that I can later on I can make contact with that person. Yeah, just like you can see that whenever someone start working on that lead, he will make his status working on contacted. Yeah, working contacted, and hits the mark that is status, and he will perform, make changes, and do something like that.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
Yeah, means he has to just whatever with this current status he will change, because it's a kind of sales process where the user is the leads comes up. Now he's contacting the leads, and after the contact he will uh, he will ask the lead either he will want to process for, might be the whatever be the communication made. On the basis of communication he will decide that that sales team member had decided that is this lead we need to move forward or just close that lead. So whenever we have to close that lead, he will just hit the close button and mark that it will be just closed, or it will hit the converted, so that at that when he hits converted, at that time he will become the our customer. Before that converted, he will not be our customer. It's just a data that can be that we just have to need to contact and nothing else. That can be a someone. So when it's converted, thereafter our main sales process will start. Means our major teams will contact with them, they will provide quotes to them, and they will all the process will start thereafter. Once the lead is converted, thereafter that process will start. Here is just we are getting the small information, or so that person will contact and ask about the interest and talk, just a small talk between what we are doing, how we are doing, and is their requirement is feasible to us or no, something kind of contact. If it's that happens, then we convert that lead to our account contact and opportunity. That's a lead conversion process. We will talk about that how it's working on, but that's the lead conversion process. Means we convert that lead, and at once the just like I can show you, suppose I'm going to convert this lead, I will just keep click here and set the converter status. Now it will ask for that what the after the conversion what it will be do. So the company name that I added, it's on automatically became the account name, and the first name and last name that I added in the lead, it will become the contact's name. And creating an opportunity is an optional. We can create an opportunity, we can not create an opportunity, it's up to us. And we have an also option that we can merge that our means suppose during the contact we find that that is our some our existing customers. So at that time what we will do, we will choose an existing account and merge that with that account. So these kind of functionality available. Means because these are what I'm trying to say, that there's a unqualified data. We can say that it's unqualified data, unstable data. We can also say that it's unstable data that we just have to small information present, that we just need to contact with that person. If the contact when on the basis of contact we move further, either it become a permanent member, or it's also if it is an existing member, then we choose the existing contact and hit convert. So this lead will get converted. Suppose I just, because since it's not existing, so I do not want to create any opportunity. And after the creation, who will be the owner of that lead, that's the thing. So I just hit convert. Once I convert, that leads goes on, and I can found that we have two things, contact and account and contact, both are created in our system. If I look at this one, That at that time, once the lead is converted, that at that time that lead it will become a permanent customer to our system, and our sales process, our actual sales process, we're going to start. That's the account details, and then we have a contact. You can see this is the name. On account, we are seeing that name of the account is the same as the company of the lead, and contact will have the that's the name of that person, means all the details of the lead are person here. So that's a thing, is something like that, means that's the actual Salesforce process, that when the leads comes in, someone has to contact. If the leads qualified, then it will just make that converted into the account, contact, and opportunity. Any question?
Suraj.
Hmm.
So the only leads and the cases needs to be needs assignment, right? To be set up regardless. No other objects, just these two.
No, only these two objects. Other objects does not have such kind of functionality.
Right. Just these two. Okay.
Yeah, only for these two objects we have assignment rules. Apart from that, we don't have any assignment rules.
Right. Thank you.
Siraj, can you please provide the curriculum, what we are going to have, with what subjects,
Okay.
when you get time?
Yeah, I will provide the curriculum.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything more? Okay, that. Okay, then we are good. Good for now. Okay. These are the important things. Means usually ask for the assignment rules. Okay, means assignment rules are the usually asked in the paper or questions paper. So just revise that thing. It's not a typical thing. It's a small thing. Just revise that what we have learned. Nothing more, nothing means you don't have to don't have to put any extra effort. You just have to revise that what we have learned in the classes. Nothing more, nothing less. You just have to revise everything, just and you will got the points how everything is working. So assignment rules are the important thing. Usually it is asked in the interviews and asked in the paper too, so that's why why we are doing and how it's working. Both things are important in the assignment rules. So that's why I just told you. Okay. So bye everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
Suraj.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Priya.